Hey guys, good evening. Welcome back to our channel. How's everyone doing? Happy Sunday. I throw a saluto. Hey everybody, good afternoon, good evening. How's everyone doing? I throw a salute. I greet you plenty. Oh. Eh? If like say this title they catch fire because the comment section has been so busy. Ah, I just come back from church, say make I check, make I just put your hands up if AK is your hobby. If you are AK, you're a K student, put your hands up. Hi everyone, welcome, welcome, welcome. Good evening. Atorowe salute. How on a day? Oh, I hope you are good. Happy Sunday. Thank you very much. I hope as you have been there, because I've seen all the banter that's been going on in the live chat. I hope I don't like. I hope all of you have liked because I've seen all the conversations going on there. Welcome everybody. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Thank you to all my returning subscribers. I appreciate you. I love you guys very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Good evening. Happy Sunday. Make us salute to now where before we get to this matter. I mean no one I just leave this matter alone. I no one even do nothing. Right. Like yesterday, I don't watch this coronation. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so those of you who are my subscribers here, and I already know say these people I'm not a fan, right? I know send them. Let me just put it that way. I know send King Charles or Prince Charles or all of them. I know send them. So I don't even watch the thing. Now somebody come phone me. I think it was that the one that phoned me. I was like, "Hey, coronation is going on. Am I watching?" I'm like, "No, I'm not watching." So at that point, I put it on, and then that was just when they were about to crown him. They won't put the thing for his head that time. The crown to crown him as king. All that rituals was going on in Westminster Abbey. So yeah, some people watch them. Me, I no watch. I deliberately didn't watch because I don't like them. I no go lie. So make una already know say I get my bias. I don't like Prince Charles, so King Charles or whatever I call him. I know. In fact, the royal family as a whole, I'm not a fan. Okay, may I just talk say the British monarchy as a whole. I think the only people are probably liking the monarchy, uh, the whole of the monarchy, the British monarchy. The only people I probably like is does it make a difference? Let me see. Oh yeah, it does. The only people I like then Harry. I think Harry is the only person I like there. I always like the underdog. The underdog is someone I like. I like Harry and Meghan. I don't even know say Harry come the coronation and later they see say he come. Be like say the people where they record the thing live, they no show am. I not see him, but like I said, I didn't watch, so I don't know whether they show him. But I didn't see him. Now later I come to see say be like say he did there. But I don't think Megan was there. I don't think maybe they no invite him. Anyway, Charles is king. Yeah, they don't make him king go. Let me share my screen so that we go to look the Tory. The Tory, not be here. Oh. Let me share my screen. Make I see what they do. Okay, let me share. The Tory no be here. Oh, na long Tory, na long thing. Na them be this. This has a raise hand like a pope. This is a raise hand. Mr. If you raise my hand, make I raise my hand too. Raise hand. Now corner I tell they look them. That yesterday why they look at me. I don't watch up to 10 minutes. But the few time while I watch my belly no sweet, honestly. I don't know. My belly no just sweet. So the US group, our US WhatsApp group is very, very busy. In fact, I was telling people I was telling the ladies I traveled with that the US group is the most interesting group in all the WhatsApp group we have for Obodo Farm. The US group is so bubbly, it's so lively, it's so full of action. It's always funny. There's something going on all the time. So kudos to you guys. Now they try. So they were having this conversation yesterday. Give us a thumbs up as you are coming on. Yeah, about what happen. Some people were of the opinion that Camilla, now him be the main person when Charles like, where he love, and of course me now, I will always stick by default, and I already know my position for this matter. I'm sticking with the wife or the first wife. Side chicks are not my friends, and I know anybody will be side chick. Come on, summon me. Don't come near me. I'm allergic to side chicks. I know they like side chicks at all. I have a deep. I know we use hate because I don't like throwing that word around, but dislike. Let me use dislike. I have a deep dislike for side chicks. So yeah. So they were having this conversation around whether she deserves to be queen or not, whether na she first did there. Some people were like, no, she's not the side chick. She was there before Diana and all that. So, I mean, what I really want to dwell on tonight, because that conversation, we can argue it all day. So, uh, everybody has their own reasons why they feel like she deserves to be queen, consort, or whatever they call her. But me personally, I will always see her as a usurper. Yeah. Yes. Kayama says she's aspiring all side chicks. She's giving all side chicks aspiration. But yeah, hold on, don't worry. He loves you. You'll be the queen. Yeah. Yeah, I don't see intimacy. I've seen it, yeah. Side chicks are they are getting some lessons from Camila. I don't like Camila at all at all. Mhm. I don't like Camila. You know, see, may I show you now the picture, the one where you really, when you will even see the expression for their face. Let me show you. Where is that picture? I have it here. Mhm. Now this one, that's the picture. So that one went there in the middle. Now me put that one. The original picture was King Charles, and Queen Camilla with all. See the wrinkle for her face. See his skin. It be like. In fact. Shebi they say she be 70, waiting, 73. I been now. How many years they say she be? Hmm. All of una one are the bleach. I also na the learn no. Because if na black woman and 70 something, no will get plenty wrinkles like this. So man, I know what na they copy. Anyway, when I see Princess Diana for there and Charles, King Charles, that picture, sometimes they say pictures, it is sometimes it speaks volume. Now see picture, you see the body language. She they look this side. Charles they look front. That was when he was much younger. But see the way he's beaming and looking at Camilla now as if the sun they shine for her wrinkles. Maybe sun they shine for those her wrinkles. I don't know. But me, I don't like Camilla. Mm. Some people are of the opinion that she was there before Princess Diana, and so now she deserves to be queen. As far as I'm concerned, she's a boko boko, and she will continue to be a boko boko. Because any woman, I don't care whether you were there before, you are there after, as long as you are not married. Because I believe sincerely that if a man truly, although I know say these people they are royals, their life is more complicated. So I'm not going to just say that it was easy for him to say yes or to say no. They are royals, so there is an expectation back in the day for them to marry a certain kind of woman. But the point is that, and when I see that woman when they in back, when I look that woman, there's somebody here on her side. Those two women that were wearing white, whether na marriage that they do, I don't know, all of them wear white. This one is like a carbon copy of Camilla, and I insist I go be. They look so much alike. The nose and the wrinkles are identical. Mhm. Good evening, everybody. Welcome. Give us a thumbs up. Yes. So, like I said, I dey watch am just about when they were about to crown Prince Charles to become king. And thereafter, they come crown her to Chai, my belly turn. I no lie. I was disgusted. I don't like him at all, at all, at all, at all. I was like, what the? To me, she not deserve this crown. She not deserve him. Now, Princess Diana deserve this crown. This is why in Nigeria, we dey talk and say life no balance. This life, you know, balance. Honestly, mm, you know, balance. Yes, the nose and the wrinkles they're there, and you don't see all their face. Now, the only you should look the woman well. If you zoom in the picture, you will see. Now, in sister, it go be. So all of us know the story of how Charles stay married Diana when he no love Diana. They say my mama forced son to marry Diana and all that. Mona go watch The Crown. I hear say the story. I've not watched it, you know. I haven't seen that series. I hear it's on Netflix, but I haven't bothered to watch it. A friend of mine in Nigeria was telling me about it. I know it's drama. Definitely, it's not everything that is going to be correct. So the way drama is written from a script, and sometimes some things are exaggerated. If you read literature, you will know. But my friend in Nigeria was trying to tell me that even Diana self get for hand, he do his own. But Charles too, no love and they force him. They force him to marry him. So where me I'm going to tonight, yeah, because these people, their life, now soft life they get to. You know, concern them now we where would they and now would they pay taxes where they take they maintain their lifestyle. When I see how much, how many people remember how much Prince Andrew paid to that American woman where he accused and say he carry what have by force, say he do something to them. Now big money. Where you see say that money they come from? Now we they pay them. We pay a lot of taxes. So I beg. First of all, I got so many things against these people. Yeah, God forgive me. I'm a Christian. And it's not personal, but it's just when I think about how British people went about colonizing Africa, I have a problem with that. And it's a deeply rooted problem that I cannot get over, unfortunately, because I also blame them personally for what is happening in my country today. They had no business going around the world trying to make nations and imposing their way of life, their system of governance, their religion, and all whatnot on other people. You see, British people and they get superiority complex. I tell you that. Okay, Ada is £1 million, right? Where you still say the £1 million? That man never worked for one day of his life. Now we they pay taxes. Do you know that in the UK, for you to watch television, there's what they call TV license that you have to pay? Mm. Once you get TV for your house, whether you watch them or not, whether you get BBC or not, you have to pay TV license. Yes. Now we they pay them. So I got many things why I know if celebrate them. When during the time that the Queen died, all of them, all those Nigerians, they saw Ashoebi, they say that they mourn. And they look and say, okay. Oh. Sometimes when people don't know history, it's easy for them to they carried away. Some Nigerians or Africans feel privileged that they allow you to stay in their country. And if you are of that school of thought, it's okay. I'm not I like, you know, I allow people to dwell in their whatever they believe in. It's okay. If that's what makes you sleep at night, that's fine. But me, I go ask you, say, when they came to Nigeria, who gave them visa to come there? Hmm? When they use indirect rule in Nigeria through the kings and the lawmaker and the kingmakers to impose their lifestyle, their dressing, they told us everything that we knew was barbaric. It wasn't right. Them be superior people. Who was there? Hmm? When they decided to merge the south, east, and northern Nigeria into this huge mess that we have today called Nigeria. Amalgamation. When I go look on our history, oh. Hmm? Sam, you know they pay. We they pay oh, because we don't want their wahala now. If they come your house, they go they write you a letter, say they go come visit you. Who was there? These people know they work. Where do they get all this money from? The crowns were there for this in your hat where put for head where they call where I seen some Nigerians, even some people that I know yesterday, they still saw Ashoebi. I they look status yesterday. I hardly looked at WhatsApp status. I don't even know what to make me they look at. Now I can see some Nigerians they dance, say long live the king. I say una be mumu. You don't know what these people do to us. It's not like I'm saying that, Africa would have been perfect without them, but we were living. What people forget is that we were a people. We had our way of life, we had our custom, we had our tradition, we have our system of governance before these people came. They invaded our land by force. If you don't know how they take them, then go look your history. So me, I know be their fan. I know some of you probably you favor them, you celebrate them. No, 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 I'm not their fan. They say na girlfriend, Lord Lugard girlfriend. I ain't name Nigeria, Nigeria. Una know. In case you don't know that, do you know how the name Nigeria came to be? Nigeria, Lord Lugard. Hmm? Is his side chicken? No, be today we don't need this side chick matter. They say na inside chicken. Na him name Nigeria. Una come decide, so okay, how we want to share Africa? They look at the map. The Portuguese people take some. Portuguese speaking Europeans take some. Uh, French speaking Europeans take some. And the English speaking Europeans take some. They can't share them. They share them. So now they can't they tell us what is right and what is wrong. And our people, as usual, now sell out. Now small thing they take they bribe them, they go fall, yakata. They sell out, divide and rule, which is still going on till today. So if I don't celebrate them, I beg. I can't. I just can't. I hold them responsible for what is happening in Nigeria till today. They started this mess that is called Nigeria. Nigeria has no business being a country. It is too big. We are too diverse. We have nothing in common. And you forced us together into a country and gave us a name. So right from the beginning, yeah, I know send them. Let me put it that way. Me wrong one. So yesterday when I was, I watched it for about 10 minutes when I can see that they were crowning Charles. Now so that they support them from side to side self. I say, I don't think where this man they wait for this thing. 70 years now you don't they wait to become king. So when in Mama Kpeme, when everybody they say, eh, Queen Kpeme, in they rejoice, say, at least this woman, finally, finally, I go be king. Hmm? Yeah. Yeah, I feel bad, Rheology. I'm not gonna lie. I feel bad because Nigeria is such a paradox. And Nigeria would not have happened without the British interference. Now them they are why Nigeria is even Nigeria. Before they came, we were living now. Abba. There was the west, there was the south, there was eastern parts. We get our traditional ruler when that time. But they tell us, say, no, 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 now democracy go work. Make I leave the politics out of it. Let's talk about relationship. Because the show is about relationship. Let me leave the politics out. Because that one self they vex me. Yeah. Yeah, Lizzie. Say they carved Africa like a pastry pie. Yeah, they did. So let's come to the relationship aspect of this monarchy people. And the reason why I'm even bothered, if you notice yesterday, I didn't even bother. The thing was on. I didn't do anything yesterday apart from the show we had in the evening. If I wanted to do a live stream, I could have, but I just can't be bothered. Anything that has to do with them, I'm removed from it. I don't give a hoot about them. Yeah, so I could have if I wanted to. But I don't think it's important. But the reason why I wanted to talk about it tonight is because of that conversation that was going on in the US WhatsApp group. And again, because I think it's an opportunity for us to draw lessons around parents and how we want to tell our children who to marry, who not to marry. It's very, very common in our community. Very, very common. I'm Yoruba, my child cannot marry Igbo. I'm Igbo. My child cannot marry Edo. My child cannot marry Urobo. My child cannot marry Calabar. You know, all these things. So the love story, even if you don't know what happened between them, even if you don't know the ins and outs, nobody knows. It's just, there's a lot out on social media. Obviously, the story is that Charles or King Charles now was already in love with Camilla. But they felt that Camilla would not be good enough to be a queen. So they made him marry Diana, but he never loved her. So she gave him two children. You know the story. Prince William and Prince Harry, the outcast, the spare. I need to read that book. Spare. He's saying be spare. Yeah. But according to everything that has been shared about this triage, is a triage, the relationship. Camilla has always been in their relationship. Actually, this thing I'm sharing with you guys, let me go through. It's a timeline. It's a timeline of, this is the title. Let me show you the title. It says, um, Timeline of King Charles III and Queen Camilla's Royal Love Story. Okay? So they were crowned yesterday as king and queen. The first coronation after 17 years. So they be king and queen. Mhm. So they've remained side by side through turbulence, including navigating Charles's divorce and the late Princess Diana. And they blended their family to overcome the less than popular public perception of their relationship. So, this is where my issue is. They've been together since the 70s. That was when I was born. Yeah. According to this narrative, they met in the 70s and they were introduced by a mutual friend at a polo match in Windsor Park, Great Park. Hmm. So Prince Charles, obviously, Prince then was smitten. So they had there was a romance going on there, but it didn't result into marriage. So Camilla married Andrew Parker Bowles, an army officer in 1973, and he come born Pekin, Tom Parker Bowles, and the Charles was even the godfather of her child. Chengbo. Charles was the godfather of her child. Look at they see oh, life no balance, see oh. 1974, she had her first baby. So that child should be like 48, going 49 now. Yeah. And then she had another daughter in 1978. They did separate marriages, oh. Hmm. They were in separate marriages in the 80s. So Charles married Princess Diana in the 80s. He was 32 years old. And Diana was only 18 at the time. And they got married in the summer of 1982. Hmm. And Prince William was born in 1982. 2 years later, Prince Harry was born in 1984. But the summary of this whole thing be say all these years, hmm, Camilla was always in the picture. She was always in the picture. And reportedly, when Diana, no see am now a marriage picture, but this no see am. This is Camilla marrying her husband. So some people will argue that she was forced to marry another man, but she never loved the man. It's Charles that she loved, and other people will say that it's King Charles didn't love Diana, and this one in love. And that's where I'm going to with this whole story today because their story long. Parents, African parents worldwide, we interfere a lot. But with this story now, we now know that yeah, parents need to allow their children to marry who they want to marry. Because I believe strongly that if Prince King Charles was in love with his wife, their marriage for no end. Samolu said that Auntie B, but Diana also cheated. Some conspiracy theory even said Harry is not King Charles' biological son. You think, say, for those people when they don't reach that level, they not go do DNA? I don't think so. I'm sure they would have done DNA. These people not be ordinary people. They are royals now. I heard the conspiracy. I not gonna lie. It's been everywhere. British media, everywhere in the world. People have always said it. But I don't think it's true. She may have, I'm not saying it's not true that she cheated, but I'm saying that with reference to Princess, what's his name? Prince Harry. Therefore, don't check now. Be yourself said he married Diana to produce heirs of royal blood, but he was still seeing Camilla on the side. Yeah. So you see, yesterday when they do that ceremony, my mind, my tummy was just churning like this. It was turning me. I was like, no, 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 no. This hand where you raise up, put that hand down. Please put it down. What did they raise hand for? Hmm? Nah, 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 nah. No, therefore don't do DNA not today. Sure. Now royals these people be now. Hmm. They are royals now. Nah lie. They are royals. So, my people, unhappy marriage, a loveless marriage is a hellish marriage. Let me put it that way. Let me show you this. Let me show you guys this picture. There's a picture. I think it was the first picture. Let me show you guys this picture again. Look at this picture. See, see them. You don't see the prince, the king now. I think this one even exemplifies it. It shows. You see the way that they look each other. You go see say na pure love, adulation, adoration. Oh, we made it. Finally, we made it. She's getting the crown, but I don't think she deserves it. Personally, I don't think she does. No, because the reason why I think she doesn't deserve it is because in my mind, I'm holding her responsible or partly responsible for why Prince and this so-called una king, una new king now was so horrible to his wife, Princess Diana. Now don't forget him. Yeah. So that's why I don't think that, for me, I'm asking the question that is this a step up for all side chicks all over the world that they will win? You just need to wait. He loves you. Hmm. Side chicks go to celebrate now. Say side chick don't become queen. No wonder the other one go release. The other mumu one go release state. They say how God they love him. You don't see say Camilla don't become queen. So all you brothers when now they feel say yeah, women know they like to suffer with man anymore. They look for men when don't arrive. Monara Siam, yeah. Diana, think and well. Oh. And I know it's easy for people to have empathy and sympathy and say, ah, he's in the past. But put yourself in the position of that woman, Diana, what she went through in that marriage. Do you think she was ever happy in that marriage? I don't think so. She said it that there were three people in the marriage. How would you feel if your husband had a constant side chick that he was dating, but he didn't marry the side chick, he married you, but the side chick was always in the marriage? So if you are a woman and you want to start celebrating, mm, think about it. Think about it. And the reason why I not send these people is because now they are looking at each other with so much accomplishment. They are finally, baby. I think what King Charles was saying with his eyes was like, baby, we made it. Finally, we made it. We got the crown. We are together. Although we are old now, I think, but it doesn't matter. So, yeah. I mean, where I'm going to in all this is that I think very strongly that this is a lesson to, because today, this is very common in our community. Parents say, ah, my child cannot marry this. My child cannot. Allow your children to marry the people that they love. If you are trying to do matchmaking and you are forcing your children not to marry from a particular group of people, ethnic group, or whatever, be careful. Oh. You are creating problems that you don't even know. So I think most of us here, whether you are parents of young people or adults, or you are potential parents who will be parents in the future, I think for me personally, the lesson is that parents need to allow their children to make their choices. If Charles was allowed to marry Camilla, Princess Diana would not have ended her life. Her life would have taken a different trajectory completely. Allow your kids to marry their choices. That's my message tonight, though. Ẹjọ́ torí Ọlọ́run. If you are still one of those people that say, Edo, my daughter must marry an Edo person, or my daughter must marry an Edo, don't do that. What if they don't find an Edo man or woman that they love? Allow children to choose. All you have to do as a parent, guide them and pray for them. Just give them guidance and pray for them. Don't force them. Don't make them marry people that they don't love. Because, I mean, a lot of people are making the argument that Charles had always been in love with Camilla, and that's a very valid point. I can't just, as much as I don't want to see this woman alone, as much as I don't want to see her, I see she's a boko boko. And you guys know how I feel about boko boko. But there's a point there. His heart was somewhere with someone. I think he married Diana as a duty. It was a duty. It's what is expected because it's not just another person. He's a king in the waiting. He was a prince waiting to be king, even though he waited 70 years. Oti gbogo, konto fun. Before your mama no agree. Now God won't punish him. Me, I even want Queen Elizabeth that time to live forever. Make he no ever be king. I was praying. God forgive me, but I was. I was praying for Queen Elizabeth to live so long that it's William that will become king, so that this uncle no will ever get the crown. But he got it in the end. And this is the picture. See their face? Grinning at each other, laughing, seeing eyes, all wrinkles and all that. And Nigerians, they celebrate. What do they celebrate? Now they cause the while away they your country. Even though I know say our people too contribute, but they lay the foundation for it. So please, free me. I know they. I know they celebrate them. Colonial people, I don't celebrate none of them. Nah, 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 nah. I can't. I just cannot. When I see what is happening in my country, I can't celebrate any colonial people, colonial masters as they are called. They did a lot of harm in our home country. So remember that before you go and sew Ashoebi and you are parading yourself, forgetting your history. I beg. They don't forget. Why are you forgetting? They don't forget. Anyway, I don't watch. I don't like them. I will never like them. So the reason why I'm only doing the show is even to advise our parents about trying to get children to marry your choice. You say, "Oh, it's my business partner," so that our friendship, like my friend in Nigeria has a very beautiful daughter, and I say, "Okay, for our friendship to be forever, let her come and marry my son." What if they don't like each other? Allow your children to make their own choices. They will be happy, even if they make mistake. Eh? And you can tell as a parents that they are making mistake. Allow them to, because you learn. Sometimes you learn from your mistakes. You will be justified to know that at least the mistake is their own mistake. Don't coerce your children and force them to marry people they can't stand. Anytime I look this picture, and indeed all the pictures, even though these pictures were properly planned picture, like pictures that were royal photographer and then they take the picture, I can't get over it. See where Diana they look. See where she they look. She was not in it because I don't think Charles was ever emotionally available in this marriage. Even their wedding, see their wedding. You see their wedding. Now all the smile that they smile. I know she'll say they evil love. I don't think they evil loved each other. This Queen Consort, say I put her for middle. She was always there. Always she's been there. So that's my message to you guys tonight. I beg parents, all of you listening, hey Jotori alone, allow your children to choose. Guide them, pray for them. Don't choose for your parent for your children. Hey Jotori alone. Do not choose spouses for your children. Don't allow them to make their own choices. They know who they can tolerate, they know who they like, they know who they love. Don't choose. That's just my message. Thank you, Shola. All right, I'm going to take calls now. Honey, babe, you are first. Our accountability prefect. How you doing?
Hello, Auntie B. I
How you-
am personally for me, it's about accountability. You're not gonna agree with what I'm gonna say because for me personally, from what I heard from the comments, and I remember watching the documentary The Crown, which is has some factual basis based on the history. He was actually supposed to marry Princess Diana's elder sister, but
Mhm.
unfortunately, they didn't click based on the comments, and he actually married Diana.
Yeah.
She was advised by her sisters and her family not to marry him. So, from my point of view, is accountability. You decided to be in a marriage that you probably knew that he did not love you. So, you have to own it.
How would she know that he didn't love her? It's
You would
arranged
never.
marriages back in the day,
Yeah,
remember?
no, no, well, fair enough. But I assume that you're dating someone. I don't know how it is in the
No,
royal
no, no,
family.
it's not. No. Honey, babe, you are comparing it to how it is now. These people,
Fair enough.
they literally arrange their marriages. And sometimes, yeah, back in the day, arranged marriages, you don't start with love, but you can fall in love. The
Yeah,
reason me
yeah, yeah.
personally that Charles never loved Diana is
Mm.
because this na queen. I don't even-
I know you have beef over her. I don't
I
have.
have
To me,
serious beef.
yeah.
I don't like her, Jack.
To be honest, yeah, I have no problem with her because my thing is that
She was
personally, if you're not happy in a marriage, get the hell out.
she was 18
That's
years
that's
old
me.
when she married him. 18.
Fair enough, fair enough. But she was in it for. She had two children, two boys. She was in it for a while. She went on a documentary. I can't remember who that BBC one where she said there's three of us in the marriage. You know there's someone there. Your
Then she
husband
did
doesn't
get
give a
out.
yeah,
She did
eventually
get
then.
out.
But your husband doesn't care about you, is disgracing you up and down. You, as the woman, you can't change any man. Get out and move on. So, for me, from accountability prefect that I am,
Yeah.
she has to take some of the blame. So, when people are saying, because I remember
But
when she
but
passed,
she did get
I,
out though. Honey
I know,
babe.
but why would, but emotionally, she had bulimia. She went for a lot of mental health issues because she was not happy. You remember? Because she was not happy. Can you hear me?
Yes, my dear, I'm hearing
Sorry.
you.
She went through a lot of stuff. There was bulimia. She was not happy at all. And the way they treated her was really bad, as you know, in the royal family. So for me, why put yourself through it? I know that obviously in that time it's not easy to divorce, but it's just a question of be careful what you get yourself into. I have my own example where my mom pressured me to marry. I ran in, I ran out. So that's for me. I have two boys, and I've already made a decision that I will not impose my own opinion. Whoever they're married, as long as they're happy, I don't care. Because
Mhm.
I know what I went through, and the marriage did not even last a year because the pressure was intense from my mom and my dad, and it didn't work. I didn't love the guy. I didn't, nothing, nothing, nothing. It was a total waste of my time marrying him. So I will
Yeah.
not allow my children to go through what I went through. Yes, the queen refused for her to divorce. Eventually she did though, didn't she?
And how
I
did
don't
it
know.
end?
It ended messy. It
Yes.
ended messy. You know what happened?
And eventually she lost her life.
She did. And Charles is to blame for that because you shouldn't marry someone you don't love.
Exactly. Now
So
you are
what
speaking my language.
yeah, I agree, but I just wanted to say that. And to be honest, we may not like them, but it's pretty obvious that he's always loved her.
Why
He's
didn't he
always
marry
loved
her?
her.
He should have put his foot down.
Yes, he should have put his foot down to his mom and said, I want to marry her.
Do
That
you
was
know
the
what I
mistake he
think?
made.
Let me tell you
Mm.
what I think, honey babe. I will tell you what I think. You see,
Yes, Auntie B.
Charles wanted to be king. He also
Yes,
knew that there are
yes,
conditions, there are
yes,
expectations.
yes. To be
So he
honest,
has
yeah,
to follow whatever he's been told to do for him to become king. So he basically wanted to eat his cake and have it.
yeah, the thing is, if he really loved Camilla, he could have put his foot down. But the ambition of being king was more important. So he even threw Camilla under the bus.
Yeah.
Because his ambition, he didn't. To be honest, I don't think he really loved anybody but himself. Because if he look at the Queen's uncle, did he not abdicate for that American? What's a bit?
That was true love. That's true
Yeah,
love.
yeah, exactly. He was ready to sacrifice the crown to be with that Wallace Simpson bib, whatever, that American divorcee. But he
Hmm.
chose ambition because he wanted to be king. So, to
Yes.
be honest, does he really love Camilla? That's question. That's what we don't know. Because to me, he should have married Camilla. If he, Mom, I really want to marry her, and I don't want to be king. She would have allowed him.
Yeah. He wanted to be
Would have
king.
allowed him. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
He's
That's
been
all I'm
waiting
gonna.
to be king for 70 years.
Yeah, but how long has he got? Someone mentioned how long has he got left? To be
I
honest, if
didn't
you
even
don't
want
give
him
it,
to be. Honey, babe, to be honest, I didn't want
mm,
him to be king. If I had
I know.
anything to do with it,
Yeah, my mom's
William
the
would have
same.
been king.
Yeah, I know. My mom is reading the book Spare. It's very insightful, and even the Spare, he's got issues as well. But that's another story. That's another
How will you
story.
not have issues when they make you a spare? Do you want to be a spare?
Nobody wants to be a Spare. You're your own
Exactly. You
person.
say he has issues? That poor boy, how will he not have issues when you were born so that in case if your brother has kidney failure or anything, it's you they will take it from.
It's just unfortunate you're born in that type of institution where there's no love and everything is about rules and regulations. It's very
And don't
unfortunate.
forget that they lost their mother at a very, very
I
young
agree. Because
age.
you know the funny thing, I was in uni when it happened. I remember me and my partner then, we went to Kensington Palace. Everybody was in tears. I still remember it like it was yesterday. It was so emotional. It was very emotional. And my mom till today, she hates Camilla. We
Me
always
too.
have,
We are in
yeah,
the
she
same
hates
WhatsApp
Camilla.
group.
She
I won't
cannot
use hate because
stand
I don't
her.
hate anybody, but I don't like her. That hand that she put up, if I can put that hand down, I will tell her, Auntie, with your wrinkles, I bet put that hand down, my friend. What are you raising your hand up for?
Yeah, I
Do
think
like
it's a
this.
lesson to everybody that
These
marry
things.
who you love rather than allow your parents to pressure you. And parents, don't pressure your children.
And men, if you want to marry somebody, please have some balls and marry the person you want to marry.
As someone said to me, Charles was weak. He's a weak person. Let's be real. Because if he had some balls, as you said, he would have stood up to his mother. And obviously Diana would have married someone else and never be in the situation that she was in. So
I
he's a
think they
weak
made him
man.
choose between the crown and Camilla.
Yeah, he should have chosen Camilla.
No,
He
the
should have.
crown. You know what it means to be a king. You know, see him yesterday, he was shaking like a lao shaky shaky. You didn't
I
see
didn't
him.
watch it. I didn't watch it. I didn't watch it.
Thank God that some of you didn't watch it. The 10 minutes I watched, I was traumatized by it.
I just laugh because to me,
Radarada. I beg you. I don't have that time. Thank you,
Auntie B,
honey
let me
babe,
let you
darling.
go. Have a
Thank you,
lovely
love.
day. Take care, Auntie
Thank
B.
you, love.
Bye. Bye.
Bye. Say hello to your mom for me. We're in the same WhatsApp group. We don't like Camilla. No, Camilla,
I
whatever
will,
she is.
Auntie B. Take
Bako
care.
bako.
Bye.
Who likes bako bako? Nonsense. Oh my god, the way the matter tell me for body, eh? Oh my god. Adewale, how are you, love? Good evening.
Good evening, Auntie B. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, if you want to say something, please come into the studio. The link is in comment section. Welcome.
Uh,
Mhm.
uh, how you doing, Auntie B?
I'm good, love. Mhm.
Yeah. All right. I mean, when I saw your YouTube short about this stuff, I was just laughing because it was really funny to me. Because honestly, when it comes to the royal family, I don't really care about them. I I just wish the world would stop obsessing about this family because there's really nothing special about them, and they cause a lot of havoc across the world. It wasn't just Africa. The British Empire is one of the only empires that conquered every nook and cranny of the entire world. It
Crannies.
wasn't just Africa.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They conquered the Americas. They actually colonized the US before they got their independence.
Yeah.
Also the Queen of England is also the head of. She thinks she's the ceremonial head of
Uh,
state, or the
you
king
sit
would
in
now be the
England
ceremonial head
and
of
you
state
are
of
the queen
Canada.
in Jamaica and other places all over the
Exactly.
world.
Same thing. Same thing in Australia, New Zealand, Africa, even India, Pakistan. So they caused havoc across the entire world. So I'm like, this family, there's really nothing special about them.
So why are people
There's really
celebrating them?
nothing.
In the same thing when the queen, all of
You
them
know,
were lining. Why are you celebrating them? Don't you know?
a country doesn't know its own history is doomed to failure. I think it's just one thing. And also Nigeria, we like what we call in pidgin eye service. We
Eye
like to do
service, they
that
go collect.
a lot.
When I see those aunties where
Exactly.
go collect
Ashwebi.
Ashobi, it be like make I
Exactly.
woes them.
Exactly. So I'm not really I don't really care about whatever they did. And the thing is, even I think the people I sympathize with are the British taxpayers, because you guys are the
Now
ones
we
that are going
oh,
to pay for this expensive thing they did.
now
This
so we
very
they pay oh.
expensive. These unemployed people, you guys are doing their lifestyle.
Adewale, I like
Exactly,
that. You
they're
know they are
unemployed.
unemployed.
They're unemployed. I don't know what they're doing. I think the only thing they do is
Hmm.
to just go around and visit other countries. That's it. Or they'll go to one
Hmm.
conference and be talking about climate change, and they're not really doing anything
Now
about it.
so now that
And
one.
they're driving
You know what? That is his baby. Climate change. You know, he didn't change the
exactly,
climate
and he's going to be
climate in his home to love his wife. It's not I want to
he's
do
going to be
climate
taking
change. Only Rano.
his private jet that runs on kerosene everywhere, and he's carrying climate. So I'm just like, I don't really care. And I think with the case of Diana and the family, I mean, I wasn't really born when this whole thing happened. I know the gist, but I don't understand the magnitude of the beef and the everything behind it. But I'm just like, but with what I know about the royal family, I don't think the situation is as easy as we think it is. There's a lot of,
Mm-hmm.
you know, power
Innuendos.
struggle,
Yeah.
innuendos, political,
Mm-hmm.
whatever. The marriage wasn't about Charles and Diana. Even I don't think Camilla was really about love. It's something that had to do with power. That is like is involved. So there's a lot of things involved there. So I'm not really. I don't really think it's as simple as we think it is. I also think Diana's pie is not really as. That's why
I
everything
keep
is
wondering
hidden
why.
and there's a lot of
You know the thing. One of the things I asked myself, why didn't they allow Charles to marry Diana and to marry Camilla?
There's,
He's 1 year. I
I mean,
think
this
she's
is
1 year older. But he had to go and marry
this.
somebody who was 32 and marry someone that was 18. Was it the
We're, to- we're,
age?
to- we're talking about the royal family here. What we ordinary people call allow. In their book, it doesn't exist. It's all about power and business. Because as much as we think the royal family are powerful, there's still a lot of families in the British Empire that are just as powerful as they are. So they have a say in whoever becomes the king of that land. That's why the royal family is always in business with these powerful families. And I think Princess Diana and this Camilla lady is also they all come from that, you know, high class society in the British Empire. So there's a lot of things
Mm-hmm.
involved. So it's not really that simple. But my own thing
Yeah,
is like
because
this whole
Diana comes
royal
from a royal
family.
family too. Yeah, somebody said that he had to marry a
Exactly.
princess.
Exactly.
Mm.
Exactly. So there's a lot of things involved. My own thing
But
is
they
like we're
make
in the
her put.
21st century.
Yeah, that wasn't 21st
I mean, what
century
I'm
back
saying,
in the day.
I'm saying like right now we're in the 21st century. This whole royal family thing needs to be abolished. Man, it's too
Ha,
expensive.
that's another
The whole
conversation,
thing needs to be
Adewale.
abolished. I think when
Mm.
we do that, I'm just saying because I don't think I always get annoyed when people are just so obsessed with them. I don't get it. They know what the obsession. They know what it. They're not that. I don't know. They're not that special. I'm just saying. They're all as messy as everyone else. They all have like
They are humans now.
baggages
They are
and
human beings.
cheating
Yeah.
and every exactly. So it's like they're not employed. They're not doing anything. They're just sitting in their palace and whatever they are enjoying
Using
them.
our-
But I
using
think one
using
lesson we
using
can learn from
our money to see, look
exactly
at that one, the brother gallivanting in America and frolicking with God knows
everywhere,
what.
everywhere. They're just everywhere. So the whole thing just needs to be abolished. But one lesson we can learn from the story is, I mean, as a parent, your opinion on your child's marriage is important, but it shouldn't override your child's happiness. And we are in the 21st century. If the only reason why you don't want your child to get married to a particular person is because of where they come from, the color of
Their
their skin,
class.
or what they
Mm,
look like, or their class,
mm,
you're in the wrong there. That's a flimsy excuse. It's not a reason
mm.
you to be for you not to approve your child's marriage. Because at the end of the day, I think we always forget this. Your child is going to be the one spending the rest of their life with that person, not you.
Absolutely.
It's not
Yeah.
you, it's your child. So you just have to think about it. And please, Ati Charles, so Ati Camila, or Ati Gbogbo, we need to forget about all of them. I don't really care.
Adewale speak
I don't care
Yoruba
about
today.
them.
Oh. I've never heard you speak
It's
Yoruba
just,
before. Àti Charles o àti
excuse
Camilla
me.
ó sọ Yorùbá lénìí. Ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ká ẹ mọ́ ó ká ẹ lára gan-an tó fi sọ
Now,
Yorùbá yìí.
Camila Rani. I'm just like,
Oh, it's okay. Everybody,
I don't
okay, last, last.
exactly. I don't care. I don't care about them honestly. It's just like when I see them, I
Mm.
just think about the whole thing they did everywhere in the world, what the whole havoc they caused. That's the only thing I just think
I'm
about.
not worried
So
about what they
I
did
don't really
across
care
the
about
world.
them.
Is the only one that concerns me is what they did in Nigeria. Now that one hold my body. Mm. And I
So
recently
I
came
just
back from
know.
Nigeria and still seeing how messy things are back home. I blame them. I just blame them. Maybe it's an easy
I mean,
escape for me. Maybe I'm even wrong, but I don't care. I need to blame somebody. And I'm tired of holding Nigerian politicians accountable. So I need somebody
I
higher
mean,
up in the chain. So it's
what
them.
what did what they did was they caused all the problem and then they just left it for us to deal with.
Yeah.
Just left and ran away. So and to be that's all I want to say. To
Thank
be
you,
thank you for
Adewale.
having me.
Thank you so much. I appreciate your call. God bless you. Adewale sọ Yorùbá lénìí o. That's how this matter hold his body. Ó ká a lára, ó ló ká òun lára. Oh my God. Dami, we have you today. Ó
Àwa
ṣé gan
nìyẹn
ni.
o. Me too, I'm speaking Yoruba
Báwo ni?
o.
You're speaking Yoruba
Àwa
today.
nìyẹn.
Can everybody tiẹ̀ gbọ́ Yorùbá ni àbá fi Yorùbá ṣe show yìí? But
Àwa nìyẹn
unfortunately,
o. As your royal correspondent,
and you are from a royal family too.
I'm very present. You know what I found interesting about the whole thing? First of all, I wasn't really interested in like the whole I'm like most Nigerians that were not interested in the whole thing, so I didn't really watch. Just saw snippets here and there and whatnot. And there was a part that I saw that I found interesting when they were crowning him. I think
Mm,
after they had anointed him, and the crown weighs about 5 kg. And I kept thinking, so this is where that saying comes from: heavy is the head that wears the crown,
right.
right? That, you know, going to the question of marrying for love and why did he marry Diana, and all of that, it's not that simple. With
Mm,
um most royal families have sort of like a class system in which there's specific families that you can marry from. That's where you have like the blue blood thing and all of that.
mm,
And sometimes it's not even necessarily because of these other things, but because there are certain expectations that they expect those people have sort of like been trained to do. I believe that's one of the issues that they had with what's Harry's wife's name now, Megan, right? Because
mm-hmm.
like Kate cannot behave the way Megan, even if she wanted to, because she has sort of like from her upbringing, she has been programmed to act a certain type of way. She's sort of like
She's
been,
not from a real family. Kate is not from a real family.
yeah, but she's from an aristocrat, so I think there's like an aristocrat
No,
system.
she's not an aristocrat. The parents just have money. That's all.
Oh.
No, she's not from an aristocrat family. She's just from a family where the parents have money and they were able to send her to the uni that Prince William. Why do you think they broke up? You know, they were dating
Yes,
and they
that's
broke
actually
up.
true. Yes,
Yes.
yes.
So he only married her later because now, remember, it's not back in the day anymore. So the rules
Mm,
over the years they are reducing. Back in the day, Prince William would not have been able to marry Kate because she's not royal blood.
yeah.
She's not an aristocrat. She's just an ordinary person with parents with money. That's all.
Hmm, hmm. But sometimes, like, do you think, like me, I'm just bringing it back to someone like even Oni of Ife, because now we can see some of his new wives doing the things that they have always known. Do you think that it would just be easier if they, I don't know, if they marry who they were supposed to marry? I don't know. I don't know if what I'm saying makes sense.
It
Like,
would have been easier. Yeah, it would definitely be easier. But like you said, there are expectations.
hmm,
If you are born, into a royal family, especially for an awaiting a prince that is awaiting to be king, like Charles,
hmm,
there are expectations from the day he was born. It's just like William, from the day he was born, and that's why I need to read that book by Harry. He already knew from the day he was born what is expected. He was trained, he was taught, he was schooled. Everything is preparing him for what happened yesterday.
hmm,
So there's an expectation. But my thing is that, okay, back in the day, you couldn't just tell your mom, okay, or your dad that this is the one I love because you are a king in waiting and all that. You need to marry a virgin, apparently. Did you know that?
yeah, mm-hmm,
Okay. So he couldn't marry Camilla because, he had to marry, from a certain family, aristocrat and all that, blah, 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 blah. Someone who can give him children. Camilla was, it's just 1 year. It's not a big deal though,
mm-hmm.
but they thought that Camilla was not appropriate for him. And back in the day, if to be fair, he could have walked away because his uncle did it. Even the queen that passed, our Queen Elizabeth
Mm-hmm.
II, the father was not supposed to
Supposed
be a
to be
king.
king. Yeah, it was
It
supposed to be
was
King
the
Edward.
uncle that was in line, but because of love, he educated the throne. That is love. That's what I expected him to do. Pé, you know what, Mama? They call their all these aristocrats. They call their parents Mama and Papa.
Mm-hmm.
You'd have told your mama that, you know what, I love Camilla. I don't care about the crown. Give it to Andrew. I'm going to America. Like his uncle did. I went to France with the
But
person he
but
loved.
that uncle that you're talking about, I believe his name was Edward, King Edward. Uh, he lost a lot. He lost so much. So even saying that and saying what that one went through, it's like somebody coming after Harry now and seeing all the madness. Like I just feel I was thinking about it yesterday. I was like, is Harry truly happy? Like even if this is the love of his life, is he truly happy that if he moves like this, they say he entered BMW, he sat 3 rows at the back. Like, seeing that, I don't think anybody that comes after him that feels trapped in any way will feel a sense like will feel okay living. Do you understand what I mean? So I
It's
feel
not
like
easy to live. No, let's not say that it's easy to live. Even Harry today, I don't think it's easy for him. Okay? Because there's a lot that comes with being a prince or a princess, born into blue blood and all the trimmings that come with it. Even now that he's moved, and I saw him, I think he came to the coronation, but I don't know if they can forgive what. Let's not even go there. That's not the conversation. We are talking about, let's stick to the talking point. And our talking point tonight is about choosing for your children or making them not marry your choice as parents.
hmm.
Hello? That
Yeah, I'm
means,
listening, Auntie. I'm listening, Auntie.
yeah, yeah. Because there's a lot. The royal family is a very complex family.
Yeah, it's a very complex family. So I don't think it's you can compare it to our like regular Joe like me per se.
No, 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 no. No,
Um
no, no, no. You can't. You can't.
but sometimes what I've found in this my because I'm still very single to stupor, going to be 33 in a few days. And sometimes I feel like parents see some things that we don't see, and sometimes I feel it depends on the day. So I'm just trying to figure out life myself. So I'm not really sure. I don't think it should be based on them to make the decision of, okay, this is somebody I think both of you should get married because he's rich. We know his father. I don't think. But I think that their input also matters. For me,
Mm,
the blessing of
mm.
my parents means a great deal to me, and I would not marry someone without their blessing, if that makes sense. But
Yeah, but
it
would
does.
you want to be matchmade by your parents even if you don't love the person?
Um, just cause like I sometimes I don't trust the choosing of my parents because they are very traditional, right?
Mm,
And
mm,
so some of the things that they value as important in a marriage, I don't. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like,
mm,
so my dad as a traditional Yoruba man is big on like some of this. In fact, we had a conversation once when he was telling me that he feels like that I'm about to my career is that I should get married before I blow so that someone will not be intimidated by me. Now, like
mm,
that's
mm.
problematic.
That's very typical of African,
Do
of
you understand
Nigerian
what I mean?
parents.
That's very
Mm,
problematic, right? Because
mm.
then, so what if that means you're telling me not to marry somebody because of insecurity or to marry somebody because of I don't know. So again, as I said, it sort of like depends. There've been times, there was a time I was in a relationship with somebody that I thought it was the beginning and the end of my world, and they just were not, they could see certain things that I could not see, and he had such a bad temper, and I know that if we had gotten married, like it would have resulted to something. So I guess at the end of the day, it's just really the wisdom of God. I really
No, I
cannot.
think I think you should marry who you love. Dami. Marry who you know you are friends with, you love them, and you can live with them. Don't marry somebody that you don't, you're not so smitten that doesn't fit into your life just because you want your parents' blessing. In time, your parents will adjust. Honestly. Because if you marry for other reasons just to please your parents, then marriage is hard. Marriage is very hard. And if you marry for the wrong reason, oh my God, it is hell. So I don't think people should marry in this day and age. Okay, so people can excuse whatever happened in their time in those day and age, but this is 2023, oh Ejo. Marry somebody that you know you can absolutely not live without. Parents will adjust because they live their own lives. If you marry because, oh, my parents approve, but maybe it doesn't, I'm not 100% in, you might just regret it. So why parental blessing is very important. It's your life. Don't marry to please your parents. Let me just
No,
put it that way.
no, I don't think it's not marrying to please. As I said, it sort of varies. Like the last person I dated, I was so in love, I could not see that this person had a very bad temper. And I kept justifying that, right? It was not until they had to, okay, this is something that we're worried about, you know, being able.
So
Anyways,
that so
I
that
was
didn't have
younger.
anything to do with your parents, just about his character flaw, which other people saw and you didn't see it because you were in love.
Hmm, hmm. So where now this is just me asking. So where does that, because sometimes when you're in love, you I felt like I couldn't live without this person. When we even broke up, it was that kind of the end of the world
Hmm.
thing, right?
Hmm.
Which
Hmm.
you would say that I was in love.
Hmm.
So where would like the seeking for counsel and having an objective mind come in?
So that's a different conversation altogether, my dear. Sometimes love is not all you need to marry someone. Love is important, but again, there are other things that are even more important. Character, values, understanding one another, is even more important because you can love somebody who is a Mongo Park. Is a Mongo Park going to be good for you? No. So, for example, what you were saying about, being in love with somebody who had serious anger management issues, because you were in love with him, and I believe this is the kind of romantic love where you think the sun and the moon shines from his forehead. You won't
Mm-hmm.
see it. Other people around you may see it, but you won't see it. But still, that's not healthy. It's not healthy for you. So I think you need to balance it. So love is important, but there are other things that is needed. There was a video I was watching today, and PK was talking about different kinds of love. He talked about romantic love, which is the one we feel when you meet somebody. That means you are taking
Feeling.
this show to another. You are taking this
Okay,
show to
okay, okay.
another
Let me.
dimension now. But I will finish it. Let me complete it.
Mm-hmm.
He talked about this feeling, which is the love that is big, 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 big. I need to
Mm-hmm.
see you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which is very. It doesn't last that long. And then it also talked about the love that is friendship,
Agape.
that
Mm-hmm.
no, not agape. I don't know the Greek word for that one, but it's the love that is friendship, whereby you just gel with the
Yeah.
person, your values
Mm-hmm.
align, no red flags like that, you can be with each other and it's just okay. And then finally is the agape one. But the two most important one, because that filial one, is the one that it doesn't last. But the friendship one and the agape one, especially the agape one, is the one that sustains, long-term commitments. Yeah. So that's a different conversation altogether. Yeah. But it's not good for you to marry somebody that you can't even stand them. And back in the day, to be fair, marriages were arranged. Some people will end up falling in love, some will not. It's just, it's something that is you gamble, it's a gamble. You never know. Yeah, you
Hmm.
never know what you are getting into. That's why in today's day and age, you don't want to take that, risk. It's a big risk. But I can tell you that marriages are hard, but it's better for you to marry somebody that at least you can tolerate. You can be friends with, even if you don't have that the erotic love that is just if I love will kill me, I quench. Mhm. But at least be friends. You can talk, you have things in common. You can gist. You like the person. Somebody made me realize, one of my friends which I traveled with, made me realize something this past week, that a lot of us say we like each other and we love ourselves. I love myself. I love myself. But some people love themselves, but they don't actually like themselves. And it's also possible for you to be with someone that you love, but you don't like them. It's two different things, oh. Like and love is completely different, oh. You can like somebody and you don't love them.
Hmm.
And you can love somebody and, it's just romantic love.
Hmm.
So it's deep. It's another conversation we'll have another time about this. But you
Looking
know what?
looking forward to it. So, by the way, you have a younger demographic that you should also be catering to. Also, like where
Yes.
we have a smaller set. So yeah,
I
yeah, we
think I
should talk
should.
about
So
it.
we shouldn't just talk about marriage, we should talk
We
about
shouldn't just talk
dating.
about, yeah, we I mean the bunch of us that I think that to have like conversations like this it will be interesting to hear some of your take on it.
Okay. All right then. I bet I'll keep that in mind. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Auntie.
All right, sweetheart. Thank you so much for calling us. I appreciate you. Dami, Princess Dami. Yeah, that's a different conversation. Tonight we are talking about Boko Boko. It's Boko Boko we're talking about tonight. Give us a thumbs up. Are people liking the video? Oh my god. We're talking about Boko Boko. Does Camilla deserve to be a queen? Hmm? Does she deserve to be a queen? And again, parents always trying to tell their children who to marry, who not to marry. Are we learning any lesson tonight? Okay, oh. Michelle, you are next. Where you joining us from? Welcome.
Hi, Auntie B. Good afternoon. I'm calling from Canada. How you doing,
Well,
ma'am?
I'm good, my love. Welcome.
Thank you, ma'am. So I was gonna, in the words of Bobrisky, good girl, no dey pay. Oh.
I want people to quote Michelle.
Honestly,
Bobrisky, you want to quote on
Bobrisky,
really?
I'm an LGBTQI plus compliant person. I think they are
You
not the
said
cause. I'm an LGBTQI plus whatever transgender. I love them. They are my people. So good. This is what he meant by good girl no dey pay. Because look
mm,
at the end of the day now. Where is Camila? Where is Diana? Unfortunately, bless Diana's soul. I loved her as a person. She was the queen of hearts. But her good girl no come pay now, Auntie B. See what can
mm.
happen to her at the end of the day.
Not true, Jare. Good girl, no, they pay. We they
Good girl
talk am
no dey
sometimes
pay
now.
now sometimes. I'm not saying I'm not preaching. This is not my sermon. No, please don't call. It's Bobrisky. I'm just quoting Bobrisky. But at the end of the day, Auntie B, look at what has happened. Like what today's show is about, really. Allow your kids to marry whomever they want. Again, I understand at the time, like you've said on the show today, marriages were arranged and all that. But I have a pot of beef with the mom, with Prince Charles's mother. Although she too comes from a generation where she too they
She
just give her
too,
husband
according to what somebody, yeah, that's what I
they
was gonna
just give
say.
her husband. So,
Mm-hmm,
like I always say to people, our parents raised us the best way they knew how they could. It's not their fault. What they gave us is what their own parents gave them.
mm-hmm.
So it's a case of if you know better, do better. That's why, to a large extent, I think why the king has left Harry is because him too, he has seen that, okay, if I continue to hold this man, I go, let the history not let them not blame me and say na me kill my son. you know but for this situation, it's very unfortunate that I'm not happy Camila was one that who's laughing last now. They say who, but you never know what the agreement was. We
What
don't know what
agreement?
in their secret threshold. You never knew what, like the picture you put in the middle, like you said, it speaks of volumes. You don't know
Mm.
whether when Charles agreed to marry um Diana, he told his mother, I will be sleeping with that woman. Oh, so if you like, say make I marry this one, I go still dey go her house for nights, go dey do wetin I go dey do.
But
And
she
so
was even married. She was married. Did you
and that's
realize? Do you realize?
yes, I know, but I'm saying that they could have still been meet. Of course, they were both committing adultery now. Even when Camila was married, him too. He was, seeing her as well. So both of them were committing adultery at the same time.
Hmm.
So at the end of the day, I think that what um Camilla being the queen, she doesn't deserve it. I think women, like you said tonight, Auntie B, we should have children marry whomever they choose to marry and let them
Yeah.
stay that way. But if we try to force our beliefs, our truths, and whatever we think on them, again, like we said, like I said, good girl may not pay at the end of the day.
Yeah, for because for princes and princesses, all these so-called blue blood,
Yes, now.
duty comes before any kind of emotions that
I
you have.
agree. Yes,
Yeah.
and that's what has happened here. Duty has come before, and again, like a lot of the thinking now, TV, we need to do a show on this Carisha girl where they date PDD, on the value system of all these 20 some these Gen Zs. I don't know if they are
I
Gen
don't know
Zs or
those
Gen.
people.
As if it's one young girl that is dating the Puff Daddy, that does not have values. Oh. And
Mm.
you know what happened is she has a lot of followers and TB that believe in this system where you are dating a man, you don't put a title to it, and you don't care. The girl come out talk say she like golden showers. And TB, you know to be golden showers.
I beg, we did YouTube, oh, I think I beg you. You get some things that
And
you
TB,
can't
do you know
say
what
here.
golden showers is? Make man dey piss on top your body.
I said
And
we
this
did
is the
YouTube.
value they
Michelle,
are selling
hello?
to young
Are you
children. So
listening?
young girls growing up now will
Egbamio.
think that is the in thing.
Michelle, can you hear me? Hello, Michelle. This is YouTube, and that's too much information. It's too much. Now you don't make them block this video now, okay? All right. Mhm. It's just too much information. Right. I have to let you go because you don't already make them block the video now. I know you are having a good time, but it's not everything. This platform is not mine. I'm borrowing it, and most times I do get into trouble because of all these live shows. That's why sometimes when I even go serve, even though I miss it, it's too much. Yeah. Okay, let's move on. Miss Amor, you're welcome. Hello. I can't hear you.
Oh, hi, Auntie
Hello.
B. How are you? I'm
I'm
calling
all
again.
right. Welcome.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Good
Okay.
evening.
Yes. Okay, so I'm just going to go straight to it so I don't ramble.
Mm-hmm.
I would say this. I know you say marry who you love, but I'll also say marry someone that loves you Diana, because Diana loved. Give me a second. I'm hearing myself. Okay. All right. So because Diana loved Prince Charles and Prince Charles didn't love her. So I would say you need that yin yang thing. My saying is my love is not enough for the both of us. I need that feedback love. If
Mm-hmm.
it's just me that is doing it, I'll feel alone and it's not worth it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Second thing I'll say is, and I think this is to Princess Dami and also to me and to anyone listening, understanding your emotional boundaries and also understanding your attachment style is very important in selecting the right partner. You want to be with someone that nobody's perfect, but you also want to be with someone that is willing to work with you and you're willing to work with them. It's not
Mm-hmm.
just this how it should be. You're constantly having communications, you're constantly knowing how to sort through problems and walk through life together. I believe that that is very important. And the
Mm-hmm.
last
Thank
one, to
you.
the last caller, she
Thank
said,
you, Junior. Thank you, Junior, for the super chat.
okay,
I appreciate that. Go ahead.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so to the last caller, I will say people say good girl no they pay. I say good girl doesn't pay for people that believe their goodness will get them good things.
I'm
It's
very
about
worried
having
about the last caller now. Forget about how she started. She said that Bobrisky is her role model. And then she went on and started. You need to go and get yourself sorted because all these things that you were talking, I don't know. If you keep following Bobrisky and quoting all those nonsense, I don't know. She started
if
out
you
by saying that Bobrisky is a role model, which is all right, but then she started saying that LGBTQQT, and then now she went and started saying about showers that I don't know,
sorry.
blocking my video. What's that? Some of you young people say now what for now? You're so confused.
Hey, Auntie Bill,
It's
I'm a
true
young
now.
person too.
No, I say some of you, not all of you. If Bobrisky is your role model, obviously you are a very confused person. It's
I,
not because of his orientation, it's just because
mm,
of his values.
yeah, yeah, I agree. I agree. I agree. Um, so just so I don't take too long, just to finish what I was going to say. So it does pay, and expecting that you'll get results because of being good, I would say have standards, and that pays more because these people, and I give an example. Sometimes you see some people that were, the girls, but you don't really know what they are going through in their marriages and in their union, right? You don't know. So you're just looking at, oh, they got the prize, they got the marriage, but then you don't know what they're really dealing with. And lastly, I would say, would I rely on probably like parental influence to influence who I get married to? I would say no, because at the end of the day, it's my life. I know of a story of someone. This is really sad. Yoruba girl. Her parents, she's the first daughter, and first person you want to marry is the first child to marry. There's so much pressure on who this, and so she had this like guy from eastern part of Nigeria, Igbo guy. The parents are like, no, no, no. The second guy that she liked again, Igbo, no, no, no. And
Uh-uh.
this
Kilode.
girl ended up being in her 30s, no marriage. And here's the funny thing, the siblings that were, younger than her, I guess because of that fear, some of the children, some of the kids got married to people that were not Yoruba. So the girl is now looking like, whoa, you guys told me not to marry somebody because he's from this place, but you're not letting my younger siblings, because, maybe the wisdom has kicked in. So it's like, I would always say, like, marry who you love, marry who loves you. And at the end of the day, you find yourself making the right decision. Yeah, that's what I
Mm.
want to say. Thank you so
All
much,
right.
Auntie B.
Thank you, Miss Amo. Appreciate you for calling. Yeah. All right. So, I mean, the reason why I want to talk about this, thanks to everyone. Thanks, Junior. And yeah, somebody was asking about the US WhatsApp group, Dr. Miren. Yeah, that's my number. Just drop me a message on WhatsApp. Yeah. Yeah. I wanted to talk about why it is important as parents. I'm going to take that into consideration now that, we have a lot of young, adults who follow as well. So we need to talk more about relationship and dating, not just people who are married and, all that. Use this number. It's on the screen, Dr. Miren. Look at the screen. You see the number for WhatsApp. Just send me a WhatsApp message, yeah? Because today, even today, I heard somebody saying, me if I come on, me if I Igbo, me if I come on, me if I Kenyo, These are some of the things that, we have this bias against tribes, ethnic groups, for whatever reason, maybe because of personal experiences, what we've seen, what we've observed, and you think Mongo Park no get ethnic group. Mongo Park no get gender. Mongo Park no get religion. People are people. Okay? So unfortunately, our people, we are still mostly we judge people based on their where they come from, their orientation in terms of their religion, their whatever, who is their parents. If let me tell you something, if you come to Nigerian parents and you want to tell them that you want to marry, the first thing they will ask you is, where is the person from? That's always the first question. Where is the person from? If you answer that question, they will ask you, what does the person do for a living? If it's a boy, what does he do for a living? What's his level of education? These are the things they will ask, but the number one question is always where they come from. They will ask about, what's their religion. So at the end of the day, I think there are some things that PK will say they are non-negotiables. For me, some of the things that were non-negotiables for me was, faith. I can't marry somebody that is not of my faith. It's not possible. Or I could not have. we need to share the same faith, even if it's not the same denomination. As long as we believe in the same thing, about God the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, fine. So I don't expect, although in some cultures in Nigeria, they're very flexible. So you find people who are cross faith and they marry. That also has a lot of, challenges, but people manage to navigate it back in the day. But I don't want to go and marry somebody that will tell me, oh, this is my faith, now you are my wife. And submission means that you need to follow your husband to wherever they worship, right? So I don't want to go and marry somebody who is Hindu, for instance, because I don't want to become a Hindu worshiper. So these are some of the non-negotiables. So I think, going back to what Dami was saying about, dating and what people should look out for in this day and age, there are some things that are non-negotiables. So some people will say education, level of education. So for some people, you say level of intelligence, maybe not education, because sometimes some people may not have all that education, but they are intelligent people. Maybe they've not had the opportunity to pursue, the academics. Okay. Oh my God. Holy Mary said that Camilla's ancestors too were boko boko. Holy Mary, as old as Camilla is, how do you manage to know her ancestors? Egbami. Oh Jesus, I don't feel laugh. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's just my own. I'm saying my own. I'm not saying you should discriminate based on faith. I said for me. Sam, that's what I'm saying. You say if we discriminate against faith, then we cannot blame people who discriminate against tribe in marriage. Everybody has what is important to them. I can't marry somebody, or I could not have married somebody that does not share the same faith with me. I'm not saying you should, okay? You can decide to marry from a different faith. It's up to you. These things are individual based. Don't say because I say I can. It depends on how you are, your relationship. Okay, so let me give an example because you raised it now, Samolu. Why faith is important to me, or why faith was one of my non-negotiables. Yeah, I'm a Christian, and I believe that when you get into a marriage, you know, you are going to have children. And I didn't want that disparity of, okay, how are we going to raise our children? Are they going to belong to my faith? And we'll do different things. I want my husband and I to belong to the same faith, because two cannot work together except they agree. And faith is one of the fundamentals of our life, whether you believe it or not. Faith is very, very important to us as as Nigerians or as Africans. So I cannot marry somebody that is not of a Christian faith, right? But again, you see that within even the Christian faith, there's still discrimination. Somebody said they couldn't marry me, as a young girl because I wasn't a Catholic, right? I told you guys this just one time now. Charity. The person said I'm not a Catholic, that he's a very staunch Catholic. And at that time, because the way we were raised is that, oh, as a Christian, you don't have a church. As a woman, you don't have your permanent church. It's your husband's church that is your church, right? That's how we were raised. So back in the day, if you marry, whatever church your husband goes to, that's where you are expected to go to. So I didn't even have a problem with becoming a Catholic, but he had a problem with me not being Catholic already. And so he decided that, oh, this will not work. So yeah, I can't fault him for that. I thank God that it didn't work. Thank God. It's one of those relationships that you thank God for. Because looking back now, I thank God that it didn't work. Right? So there are some non-negotiables for some people. All right. And what my non-negotiables are might be different from yours. It depends on your values. What is important to you is not the same thing as what is important to me. So you need to look inwards and say, what is important to me? Okay? So that's just it. Mm. So that's just it. Amati, what are you saying? And to be in that, What would you do if you are raised a child as a Christian and later in life they decide not to affiliate with any religion? What can you do, Omoti? There's nothing you can do. I've done my job as a parent. With that one, there's nothing you can do. There are some people that were raised as Muslim, they are Christian today. Some people were raised as Christian and they become Muslim. Some people were raised as, Christian, Muslim, whatever religion we practice in Nigeria today. They decided that they don't believe in any religion. What can you do? You can't do anything, Amoti. But you have done your job, and that's it. You live when they are adults. It's out of your control. It's out of your hands. There's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do. Absolutely nothing you can do. But I want to believe that, I raise my children in a way that I want them to maintain their faith. Because faith is very important to me as a person, right? Without my relationship with my Lord and my Savior, I don't think I will be complete. I think I'm digressing now. Okay, let's leave that. Aminat Bello said, Auntie B, you are very correct. I'm married to a Muslim, and it is a struggle. Please don't change me. I was very young and I didn't know the difference between being Christian and Muslim. Wow. So I think if you are in that position, these are some of the things that you need to talk about. In some families, like I know some of my friends are, their dads were Muslim, they married a Christian woman, and the mother retained their Christianity. Then the children chose whether they want to be. So I have a friend who some of our siblings are Muslims, like their dad, and some are Christian. She is a Christian. So but these are some of the things that if you are marrying somebody from a different faith, you need to have that conversation. It's very, very important. Are we going to be Christians or are we not going to practice religion? Religion, we are very religious people. Mm, we are very, very religious people. Okay, Big Boy is saying that, yep, I was born into a Muslim family and my mom is still a Muslim. Ooh, I didn't even know that. But I chose to be a Christian. My mom respect that and let me be that. Wow. So your mom is a Muslim. Wow, I didn't know that. See, that's what I was saying when mom was asking that question. When children are adults, you have no control over what they do. You can't control them. You can only control them when they are children. Bewa, Ewanumoto, let's go to church. Let's go to Asalatu. But when they are adults, what can you do? Anyway, I'm digressing. Let's get back to the point. The points about the whole story about this royal people is allowing people to choose. I think whatever we want to, whatever conversation we're having around this couple in this day and age, this is 2023. Mm, Parents, please, if you are listening, whether you have adult children or you not even have children yet, you are still single and you are planning to have children, please and please give your children guidance. Tell them what to look out for when they are adults. Cancel them, but please do not impose your own on them. That you have to marry the person I told you to marry. This is my business partner. I want our business to progress. I want our family to be extended. It doesn't work most times. Sometimes it does, but occasionally, maybe very rarely it works. But no, allow them to choose. Even if they make mistake, let them make their own mistakes. They will learn from it. Mm. Yeah, that's the way I see it. Have you liked the video? I'm not seeing a lot of likes, so I'm looking at the video and it's like people are not enjoying this gist tonight. We have a lot of people watching, almost 700 people, but we don't even have up to 200 likes. Please give us a thumbs up. So that's the lesson for me. What we can learn from this scenario is about, support your children to make the right choices. Tell them about the things that are important in life. The main things that are important in life is about values. What is important to me? Compatibility. Are they kind people? It's not all people that are religious that are kind. They are wicked people who are religious. So these are all the things that you need to, basically teach young people, whether they are your siblings or they are your children. Yeah. But for some people, like me, and Honey Baby saying she agrees about the faith. Yeah, everybody will not agree. It depends on where you are in your journey. Some people don't have any faith and they are okay. I'm not judging. I'm just saying, personally, faith was one of the deal breakers for me. I couldn't just marry somebody who didn't share the same faith with me. It wouldn't work. It wouldn't work. Hmm? Okay, let me read some comments. Eunice said, my Muslim girlfriend married a Muslim man with his promise not to marry another woman. 10 years down the road, he's brought in another woman and invoked his faith. My girlfriend is very heartbroken. Wow. Wow. Yeah, it happens like that. Okay, let me read this. Dami said, I find that some people, Anambra people, specifically Newi, do it. Their families matchmake them and it works. Hmm. Okay. Okay, oh. Man of Prestige, what's going on, Allah? What is going on? Matchmaking in this day and age. Yeah. Okay. Are you doing a reaction? Or are you doing a reaction to this Judy's confession about how God loves her? I can't be bothered with this woman, you know. I just can't be bothered. I can't. I saw the video where she was saying how God loves her. God loves her. Oh, okay, this is on your channel. 5 minutes ago. Okay. Yeah. God loves her. It's okay. God loves us all. We are children of God, last. God loves us. Yeah. I'm not giving her my platform anymore. I think, they should just allow uh it's a raw video, play it live. Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, a lot of people have been sharing it with me, how she was making noise about how God loves her and all whatnot. I beg. She's an attention seeker. I don't know what she's looking for. Good luck to her. She's a child of God. She thinks she's privileged, or she's God's favorite. And if the best that God could give her is somebody's husband, then obviously she doesn't know what the love of God is. This woman is very confused, delusional, and she has serious low self-esteem issues. So I can't be bothered. Hmm. She has serious low self-esteem. We are talking about Watermelon that is releasing video about how God loves her, and apparently Yul Edochie is posting it. Hmm. Amati, you said some Indians are still matchmaking till today. Yeah, I think it's part of their culture. It's a way of life there. Some work and some don't. Yeah. A lot of it don't work. Let me tell you. I worked in an Asian community before. If you know what goes on in those communities, wasa, forget it oh. Yeah. It's a way of life in their culture, but all those matchmaking. Mm-mm. Yeah. Okay, guys. I think that we can call it a day today. Somebody was saying that we should do a reaction to there was something that happened when I was away about what was the woman called? I can't even remember her name. Somebody that apparently was sleeping with her best friend's husband. Did you guys hear that gist? Her closest friend. They say she's a fashion, whatever. I don't know them. But somebody was telling me today, Medlin, that they were so close, like Orikosu friendship. Apparently, she was sleeping with the friend's husband. Should we do a recap of that? It happened while I was away, but I don't know her, so I saw it briefly, but yeah. But I was hearing a lot about it. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section if you want us to do a reaction to it on Tuesday. Should we do a reaction to it? Friends that are so close, like they are properly close, like this. And this woman was busy sleeping with her friend's husband. Ah, Ayemanika, people are mean. Jesus. We should recap it, eh? Okay. If you guys let me know if you think we should. I thought I don't know these people. But anyway, I think Ola is doing a reaction to Ola did a reaction to the watermelon situation for those of you who are interested to know. Yeah. Allow Adewale say, Auntie B, please do. I want to hear your Adewale, why are you looking for my trouble? You know my stand on Boko Boko. You know, I don't hide myself. I don't know how to hide myself. They said that she was going into the house. That's how bad. Like, she was literally sneaking into her best friend's bedroom to sleep with her husband. The chat, everything was on full display. Just love I showed everything. I was like, ooh, wow, 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 wow. Ele, olagbara. Wow. Anyway, guys, let me know if you want us to talk about it. We can talk about it on Tuesday. Delia, I'm about to round up. Are you here? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Good evening. Welcome.
Thank you. First time caller, but long time fan.
You're welcome. Thank you for calling.
Well, and I understand you're about to wind up. So I just wanted to add my 2 cents real quick about the whole Camilla coronation thing. And for me, what it comes down to
Yeah.
is the values, right?
Right.
As you often emphasize on your show. Because even if, say, the start of Charles and Diana's marriage was not ideal, Camilla never even gave them a chance to build a foundation. She was always hovering, including the time, or I should say, the choice of Diana having a naive 18-year-old. Camilla had a hand, you know? So they never even had a chance to set up a foundation or even give their marriage a chance, or even say they could have given it their best shot if things didn't work out. Okay, you know? She never
Yeah.
allowed them
Yeah.
to do that. And that
Yeah.
is pretty much my primary issue with her, you know?
Yeah. She was in the
Yes.
wedding. That's what JR keep telling us. She was present in the
Mhm.
wedding.
That's right. You know, even her ex-husband, her family, her grandchildren had a prominent role. So, in my opinion, based on, things I've read and documentaries I've watched, she was always there, always plotting, always scheming behind the scenes, you know?
Does
I
she
think it did
deserve
a
to be queen?
In my opinion, no. But sincerely, I'm not a fan of the royal family. And for full disclosure, I'm a big Harry and Meghan fan. And I think that's where what I do admire about Prince Harry when it came down to it, his values, when it came time to choose between the the institution of the royal family or pursuing, a relationship that made him happy, he made that very difficult decision, you know, his values and probably seeing his parents' experience, right? At the end of the day, he chose to go with love. That's my 2 cents.
Thank you. You have such a calming and soothing voice. I can listen to you all day.
Wow,
Thanks for
thank you
calling
so
in.
much.
Please call us again, all right?
I absolutely will. Please keep up your good work. Auntie B, there's so many of us fans who are getting so much out of your platform. Please don't
Thank
stop.
you. Thank you, darling. I
Love you.
appreciate
Bye
you.
bye.
I love you too. Bye. Thank you. All right. There you have it. She was always present. And now you people want me to talk about another Boko Boko. Am I the Boko Boko police? We have accountability prefect here. Oh. I'm not Boko Boko prefect. I'm not the Boko Boko prefect. So you want to tell me to Boko Boko? So we should do the meddling or whatever she calls herself. Should we do it? Mm? Man of prestige, Oja Kinreni, only I'm resting like you, Auntie Bitani Moshe. Oh, is anybody? Oh, Ola, to be honest, you're doing a good job. I don't know. You have more energy, you have more resilience and strength than obviously you're a man. I can't. You are always back to back to back to back, almost like you go from you are trying, you are doing well. So what do you guys say? What's the verdict? Should we do the I mean, it's so deep. Like when I was reading the chat, I was like, wow, a woman that can do this. Ole Kpanyo. Only Panyo straight away. Her best. This is not just acquaintance or you know how you have different categories of friendship. This one is korikosu. Friends that you eat and drink. They are always in your house, and you were sleeping with her husband. Ayema Nikao. Okay, Tuesday then. Or tomorrow. No, tomorrow is bank holiday. Why am I saying Tuesday? Yeah, let's do this on tomorrow. They gave us Prince King Charles and Queen Camilla gave us a public holiday, so we don't have work tomorrow. For me, that work as a contractor now, I'm not even liking it because you are taking money from my pocket. The same money I used to pay taxes for you to live your ostentatious lifestyle with all these diamonds that you people took from Ghana and stole that you put in your Adeori. So yeah, tomorrow. Let's talk about it tomorrow. Because when I saw all those messages, I was like, whoa. I thought, okay, it happened when I was not here. Let's leave it. But today, some of my fans in my church were like, Auntie B, you need to talk about this. This is serious. They were properly closed. Da 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 da. They were even giving me all the lowdown. So yeah. Tracy said Diana will hunt both of them. You think so? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I think, that young lady that called and said that they are Bobrisky fan, the only thing I took from what she's saying is that sometimes being a good girl, it doesn't pay. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, let's talk about those other people. It's so messy. Eh? She was calling the man. She was calling the man. He gave the nickname Obim. Eh? And if you're women, no, you know what they said? There's a popular saying that God made the world and rested. God made man and rested. But since God made woman, neither God nor man has rested. Oh, Bim. Just God. Neither God nor man has rested. Sure, for being you, oh, Bini. I fear woman. Even me, will be woman, I fear women. What this woman did, I mean, the evidence, Ha. Ayé mà níkà o. Ọlọ́run gbọ́. Yes. So tomorrow night now, let's recap and talk about it. I'm sure there's a lot of lessons. Thank you so much for watching. Dami, if you are still listening, there's something I want to talk about. Maybe I'll do the video after tomorrow's one. I'll schedule it. Somebody sent me an email. I wanted to know this thing about moving in together. I've talked about it so many times in the past. Some people don't agree with me, but I cannot share your own values. I can only speak from my own perspective, what I believe in. The young lady was saying that she moved in with her boyfriend who hasn't even proposed. The man is planning to go to Nigeria, and she was asking him if he's going to go and see her parents, and he's saying, no, I will do it in my own time. I'm going to settle my family. And she's asking for advice. I think that one will be good for you guys, you youngies that are not married or, who are still dating. Because I have very strong feelings about that. So we'll do that after tomorrow's one. But for tomorrow, let's do the Boko Boko one again. Yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Give us a thumbs up. Have you liked the video? Please give us a thumbs up. If you enjoy this conversation, let me check. How many likes do we have now? Has it gone up? I don't know how many likes we've had though. Hey Joe, share the video. Okay, it's gone up a little bit, but not still enough. Please subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. Like the video. Share. All you parents, please, guide your children, give them advice, but let them choose who they want to live with. Yeah. Mm. My president say, I have no fans. I got supporters like Auntie B, not to Chinye. Oh, you don't have fans. We are fans now. We are still fans. Fans in Iwa. And you fans, like Bamike. All right, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks a lot for watching. Give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and see you soon. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. Thanks for being with me tonight. And let's do it again tomorrow. This story, in fact, yeah, life, this life, ó pé méjì, ayé pé méjì. Thank you. Thank you so much. See you tomorrow. Bye, guys. Love you. Mwah. Bye.